it's this weird thing where like everything was fucking pure back in the 90s and 80s, bro. Everything's fucking laced now, but you see that shit, that niggas are strung out on the purest of all. Like there was no regulations, there was no like you can't do this, you can't do that. This is a test product. This is like Delta. Nah, man, that shit purest to its delight, my nigga. There's a reason niggas say crack in the 80s. There's a reason niggas say we got that good blood from the 80s. The 80s and 90s was some pure shit, my nigga.
Limousine doors and the natural born thrillers step outside.
The white
We're
boys.
at the WCW power plant, ladies and gents. And remember a few weeks ago when Mike Sanders said the thrillers had issues with someone at WCW's training grounds? Well, they're here to get their revenge. Inside the ring, we've got Kiwi taking on Lieutenant Loco. The winner gets a shot at Elite Skipper's 100 kilos and under championship at Fall Brawl. And Skipper,
that's an actual championship?
Alongside
oh, the cruiserweight.
As you can see, the Major didn't become Canadian, but her bop certainly did. This is more than enough for Lance Storm and company. As Chavo dodges a powerbomb and he sends Kiwi out of the ring, Elix says all Americans are dumb and he doesn't care which one of these guys he faces at the pay-per-view. Kiwi gets back in the ring and he displays...
Wait, is that nigga actually Canadian? Now that I'm thinking about it, like some niggas just be fake Canadian unlike this shit. Like I remember when Jim Duggan switched to Canadian, or the like obviously it was a gimmick, but like I wonder who was actually... I know Lance Storm was real Canadian. Obviously like Chris Jericho and shit, but that's for another era in WWE. Well, like, I actually really want to know.
As his main streak as he lays the boots into Loco, the commentators talk about how Kiwi seems to snap when he gets angry, and Skipper says this isn't a good character trait to have. It'll lead to Kiwi making mistakes, and he's probably right.
Yeah, nah, niggas don't be thinking straight when they're angry, to be honest.
Mentioning how he's missing out on fundamentals, such as hooking the leg for a pin. We get a brief fight on the outside, gaining the advantage, and back in the ring, we see a suplex from Chavo, and he gets the chance to go upstairs after countering a superplex. Paisley stops Loco from jumping off.
What type of weak shit was that? One, why would you chop the legs instead of like getting up and like slapping that nigga on the back or some shit? And that was some weak ass chop and some delayed ass reaction. Like, bro, look at this shit.
Paisley stops.
It's like it looks like there's barely any power. Like just and then that delayed ass reaction too. Like it's clearly that he jumped and he fell down. Like, why would you not fall down as she's chopping your shit? Why would you do it after? Damn, bro. Come on, man.
Guerrero gets his wee lieutenant smashed into a million pieces. And Kiwi plants Chavo with a draping deep.
Hey!
It actually looked like it hurt quite a bit.
That looked good. That looked good.
Major Guns may have Canadian knockers, but she still has an American heart. So she gets in the ring to go after Paisley because no one messes with the MIA. This leads to Tigress running down and she goes after the Major. So
why?
has to get in the ring and
what's going on?
What stood out for me during this match was the amount of time the bout was given. It got around 7 minutes, which
7 minutes is pretty good on a TV match. Oh no, I definitely wouldn't get that on a Nitro. Nitro is reserved for the older niggas, you know, the Hulk Hogan. I think this is after Bash of the Beach, so Hogan wouldn't be in WCW anymore.
But sure, decent enough opener here. Bret Hart is at Thunder tonight. The Hitman cost Goldberg the World Championship in War Games 2000, and boy, does Bret have a lot to say on tonight's show. Goldberg's also here, and Bret will address Billy Boy right to his face a bit later on. The shutters rise at the WCW power plant, and the natural born thrillers stand there like a bunch of boys ready to hit some shithole nightclub in Ibiza.
Oh my days. Hold on. Look at that shit, bruh. Look at that. The fucking white boys. See, I'm not one much to comment on the word aura. I'm not much to comment on the word aura at all, you know. Like I've been saying, I'm not the biggest fan of that word. There's definitely some other words that you could use to define or the synonyms for aura. But what I'm seeing right now, look at that nigga. That nigga right there, like right fucking far right. And then you see that nigga in the middle. And then you see Shauna here like with the glasses on too. And then Chuck Palumba. Okay. And then fucking Sean Stasiak. Nah. How these niggas were not pushed is a coincidence to me, bro. They, I don't know, man. They, I don't know. 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 even though this is some shitty era of Nitro, and as much jokes as I make, like, for the white boys, shout out DPW, these guys look like they could have been some pretty good wrestlers, like some good mid-carders. Maybe if you gave them time, trained them, and put them under the tutelage of people like, you know, Stone Cold, or like Triple Fraud, like Triple H, or like, you know, the upper card guys, like, you know, not the obviously Hulk Hogan's and shit. They could have became like at least like, you know, bottom tier main eventers, like maybe like a World Heavyweight Championship type run. Definitely not the WWE Championship. Maybe definitely not the main championship, but definitely some World Heavyweight Championship material. You know, obviously I'm saying that because other companies that have 2 championships. You know, I'm surprised I didn't hear none of these niggas go to like TNA. They could have definitely done really good in TNA. Like, look how many niggas like got the opportunity in TNA that they wouldn't have gotten in like, you know, other companies too. So shit, I'm wondering why they didn't give them like niggas a chance. You know, one thing I'll give Vince Russo is, for as shit as his ideas was, the idea to actually push the younger talent was very smart of himself. Now it was a bit too late, because by the time he was trying to do that, that was when a lot of the casual fans left, and it was just the hardcore WCW fans. And obviously, hardcore WCW fans just want to see the old times, you know, the Ric Flairs, the fucking Stan Hansen was in the company, like, you know, your Barry Windham's and, like, you know, Mr. Perfect's, Kurt Hennings and all them. So it's like, it's kind of tough, you know, if he was given the opportunity, if he was put in the right circumstance with the right amount of people and the right people, you know, not fucking Eric Bischoff, he could have done a decent amount in that company, bro. There's a lot of hidden talent in that shit, especially if you look towards the end. They had some nice ideas. They had the cruiserweight tag team division, and then they were also adding people like AJ Styles had a match there. Christopher Daniels was supposed to be there. Like, there was a good amount of wrestlers that were there, and I'm just surprised that WCW failed as miraculously as they did. Obviously, partly their own fault, but also the higher ups and Turner Broadcast to begin with after the merger with AOL. But like, you know, WCW should have done way better. Fuck me, bro. Like, damn, y'all niggas sold the bag.
They walk inside, they see Mike Graham in the ring with some random WCW hopeful, and Sanders says this is a natural born thriller's homecoming.
Type shit.
Sanders wants to give Graham a training lesson. The random jobber gets knocked out and somehow, even with 5 of his best buddies in the ring, Sanders gets put in a figure 4 by Graham.
Why do they allow that? Bro, what? Them 4 niggas just standing around too, they're not just allowing it. Hey, that's what I mean, bro. Like, look how big that was. Like, that nigga was big as shit doing a perfect swanton bomb, bro. That nigga should have been something bigger.
So the lads approach another jobber who's been given the unfortunate task of mopping the place up, and he too gets taken out. Poor dude was just minding his own business.
Damn, why?
The Thrillers now want to go after Paul Orndorff. They go into Paul's office. Paul wants to know why these guys are acting like a bunch of spoiled bastards, and why do they think they're big stars after being on TV for just a few minutes. The Thrillers laugh at Paul before they
bash the fuck out of him.
His very own office, but when the fight spills outside, security rush over to break things.
Security!
Earlier,
Security!
A few shots and the Thrillers back off. This is Danny Farquhar. This is Danny Fucker, by the way, and he does end up getting a match on WCW Worldwide. He was beaten by Alex Wright though, and that's because Alex Wright is awesome.
That's what I'm saying. But that's when it would be Berlin during the time, right? So
soldiers, we're putting our massive weapons down for a while this Monday because our boy David Flair's getting married to Miss Hancock. Mike Tenay said that.
You exactly know how I feel about that. You exactly know how I feel about that. I didn't even gonna say much further. Y'all niggas know how I feel that. All I'm saying is, when that 70s bus come around, and then niggas, I'm not gonna say much further. You know, if you're a DPW fan, you know what I'm talking about. But damn, Stacy Kibler was bad as shit, man.
Stacy's family are going to be at the wedding, but David isn't sure if the Flair clan's going to show up.
Clan?
He wants to know if the Nature Boy's going to appear. Dave's like, I don't know. And this kind of contradicts what Arn Anderson said.
Yeah.
From what I gathered, Double A was pretty adamant that Rick was going to be there. David says he hasn't spoken to his dad. Stacy says with or without Rick, she and David are still getting married.
Fair enough.
Stacy gets hot when Tenay suggests that Miss Hancock could be a gold digger. Stacy tells Mike to shut his
gold digger's crazy. What? She's working at WCW. What, does she have enough money herself?
Be a better dad than what Ric Flair was to him.
Damn.
Looks like young Dave's
are you just talking, bro? He's just talking fuck shit. Like fuck shit. Like, bruh, he just went for this nigga family, then went for his wife, then he went for him, then went for his dad. Like, why?
Of course, David's going to be a better dad than Ric Flair. What kind of stupid questions that? Rick is welcome to come to the wedding, but again, if he doesn't show up, David doesn't really care. Stacey says the interview's over. She drags David away from Mike, and Mike's like, get a load of these two assholes. Iron Mike gives this relationship.
You know what? At least I didn't mention the crooked yellow teeth. Hey, if you ever want a promo dissing fucking Ric Flair, just watch Scott Steiner. It was a Scott Steiner promo. You know what promo you know what promo I'm talking about.
6 months, and seeing as Tanay's always right, I would definitely take his word for it. Brilliant piece of TV here. This is what we're missing every week on Thunder. Goldberg's walking around looking for Bret Hart. We'll come back to these two in just a moment. Back in the ring, Hardman 3 Count are holding baseball bats. They're all confident now that they've got Tank Abbott out of their lives, and after what happened on Nitro this past week, the boys want to face Chronic right now on Thunder. Brian Adams accepts the challenge. He tells the boys to hold on to those baseball bats because 3 Count are going to become popsicles in just a moment. And our match begins with Shannon getting press slammed right out of the ring and on top of his boy band team.
Niggas just be saying anything, bro. There is no charisma in that shit. And I can't imagine it'll be any, like, bro, when fucking wrestling by such a shit, at least it's like surfaceable, but I can't imagine how it sound when actually hearing it. It's like, woo! I wouldn't actually imagine hearing that shit in like fucking. What am I trying to say?
Here comes Ronald and Donald to ruin everything.
Ronald and Donald? The fucking Harris brothers? Man. Not them bitch ass niggas.
The early advantage and they cause Chronic to get counted out. Old Ginger Ref looks extra gingery as he counts the two Bryans out. 3 Count happily take this victory and they plan on giving us another show-stealing performance. But Tank Abbott interrupts the festivities by dancing behind 3 Count's.
Why does Tank Abbott hate them again? Like, I swear I thought he was fans of them. And bruh, niggas like Tank Abbott?
These WCW fans does it. Here for Tank. It doesn't take much.
For a UFC fighter, I ain't got a gut, bruh. No way fucking Vince Russo is gonna give that guy the championship. No fucking way. It doesn't even look believable when he be fighting niggas. He looks like a fuck. He looks like a fake Chuck Liddell.
To please these WCW fans, does it? Crowbar faces Shane Douglas tonight. He says he's happy for Daphne and her new boyfriend Ozzy, but he addresses Shane by his real name, Troy Martin. Troy. You see, in the world of wrestling, if you address someone by their shoot name, you mean serious, and I mean serious business.
Every time you hear shit like Dwayne, or you hear shit like Paul, or like, I used to always think fucking Triple H's real name was Hunter, because they used to say Hunter. Like, and especially The Rock always refers to him as Hunter, I don't know why.
Because he's going to get fucked up tonight on Thunder.
Oh shit.
We then get treated to the first ever installment of Mike Awesome's Lava Lamp Lounge. Take a good long look.
If you know my takes on fashion, that nigga is dripped the fuck out, bruh. You know, shout out my nigga Skullhole. I might have to. I completely missed the camera. You know, just a Skullhole one. Just gotta. I think I missed the camera again. Hold on. Shout out my nigga Skullhole. Let's get back to the video.
Look at this, these ball. What an absolute mooncat. Awesome says he loves all women, big and tall, fat and small. There's enough vitamins.
I respect that, man.
So form an orderly line. Awesome's first guest is none other than Pamela Paulshock. Awesome calls her Paula Paulshock, and there's definitely some piped in crowd noise here. No one cares. Mike gets corrected.
I mean, yeah, because who would care about a 70s, like, show, like, fucking thing, you know? Like, that 70s show works, but, like, trying to force that into wrestling doesn't make no fucking sense, bro. That's like watching fucking Jay and Silent Bob and then trying to put that in wrestling. Like, my nigga, it's cool on the TV screen. Maybe a TV show. But, my nigga, on wrestling, like, wrestling's supposed to be about wrestling. If not about wrestling, at least something dramatic. That 70s show is not dramatic at all. Not dramatic enough for wrestling, at least.
And guys, my mind is absolutely blown because I'm
fucking slap nuts, bro.
sure.
And the guitar too, man.
I think Mike's wondering the exact.
It's at 10:13 right now. I'll give it by 11:13. Someone's getting hit by guitar, 100%.
Same thing. Awesome needs to focus on the bunkhouse brawl at the pay-per-view, and he needs to forget about this blonde slapnut sitting on his dirty sofa. And of course, this leads to a fight. A fight that sees Mike getting sent over his dirty sofa before Pamela Paulshock picks up the acoustic equalizer. Jeff makes sure she doesn't swing it. Mean Gene comes out to defend Pamela's honor. And it all ends with the guitar getting smashed over Mike's head.
It wasn't even a minute, my nigga. It was fucking 15 seconds? 15 seconds until niggas saw the guitar? Bruh. Jeff Jarrett has buried that gimmick to the ground, my nigga. Like, we understand, like, chess, we understand, like, guitar shots are cool too, but my nigga, all the fucking time, like, you just be walking around with a guitar. You don't even play the fucking guitar. You just use it to hit niggas with. Like, at least be funny, like, you know, walk around, play the guitar a little bit, or like, that'd be funny as shit. Imagine he's like beefing with Stone Cold. Stone Cold's like, what? What's not funny? You're like beefing with Stone Cold. Stone Cold's just like, deck him in the mouth. Fucking, you know how he's like, that one time where he did the Ric Flair walk, he was like, and then hit fucking Jeff Jarrett. Imagine it was like he took the guitar, he was just jumping around, and then Jeff Jarrett gets up and then he swings it, boom. Some retarded idea, but like, if you can understand what I'm saying, like, I don't think I'm flowing coherently right now. I think I'm just spouting a bunch of shit. But if you get what I'm trying to say, like, that would be funny. But at least if he just played the guitar or some shit to show why he has a guitar, like Elias or something. But this nigga just fucking walk around with the guitar to walk around with the guitar. And then, didn't he hit Beetlejuice with a guitar? What did Beetlejuice do? Fucking Jeff Jarrett.
Maybe, hopefully, that'll knock the 70s gimmick right out of him. We've got Crowbar versus Shane Douglas next, and Shane's out here getting cheap heat by knocking the local sports team. He then talks about the run-in he had with Goldberg a few weeks back, and he said he left Goldberg with a bloody face, totally forgetting to mention that Goldberg busted himself open when performing a spiel.
Damn!
Comes out,
that was a fucking hard spiel, bruh. Like, I know niggas be saying, Goldberg's not, but he made shit look fucking real. Even if it made the other wrestler feel like shit. Fucking look at that nigga eat that shit, man. Like, I understand why niggas would get hyped about that. I'm not gonna lie, especially if I was a kid too, or just like a normal teenager. Like, obviously I'm fucking a young adult now, but if I was a teenager, 15, 13, watching that shit, I'd be like, put him through more.
Smashed on the top rope. A dropkick sends Shane to the outside, and Crowbar selling his injured ribs quite a lot here. Those ribs got mangled when he took that bump from the balcony on Nitro. We see an apron splash from Crowbar, which probably isn't the best idea.
Nah, not at all.
He eventually,
you know what? If we're talking about rib selling, one of the best people to sell ribs is fucking Rob Van Dam. Cause like Rob Van Dam would like, he'll hit you with like a fucking 5-star frog splash, and he will bounce off you like it's so fucked. Like he'll like go down like that, and then like bounce off you, and then he'll sell those ribs like shit, and you're like, damn. That move must actually hurt to use. Like, he's one of the best sellers when it comes to ribs. I can't think of any other person really too much, but like the way Rob Van Dam sells it, it looks like, bro, that shit does some serious damage to his opponent and himself as well. For real.
Off Shane's head off the announce table. Crowbar then sinks his thumbs deep into Shane's eye sockets, and Douglas hasn't got in a single offensive move so far.
Damn.
You know what that means, don't you?
He's gonna win.
Yeah, Shane's gonna win. Finally, Shane does manage to get into the match by dropping Crowbar on the ring steps. He then performs a front suplex and Crowbar gets dropped on the guardrail. Our commentator, Stevie Ray, says Crowbar could have bleeding organs right now, or maybe, possibly, his organs have been bruised. But the franchise doesn't care as he stays on his injured opponent.
Damn, you selling that nice. I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro.
This gets followed up with an abdominal stretch, which is going to bruise those organs even
Makes
more.
sense.
Crowbar gets out with a hip toss. He then begins,
and he sells the ribs still. Where's this shit in my modern wrestling, my nigga? Where's this shit in my modern wrestling? I'm seeing this shit in fucking Thunder. And I can't even get that on Flagship Raw? Come on, bruh. Teach them youngins better. Teach them youngins better.
Franchise. And Crowbar performs a
Northern Lights suplex.
Which gets Stevie Ray
what a bridge, too. Don't forget, what a bridge.
Then performs a move move that Stevie
Bridge.
really wants to go game of, and Timmins quickly informs Stevie that it's a death volley driver. And our match ends when Crowbar performs
A reverse.
DDT, and Tory
I thought it was
Burke gets in
reversed.
the ring. The referee doesn't call for a DQ. Instead, he lets Crowbar shove Miss Wilson to the ground, though this, in turn, allows Shane to perform the franchiser. I still hate this move.
I can't even blame you. That move looks so fucking weak, bro. Like, is it like, so is the chin supposed to hit the shoulder? Like, what's the point of the move? I don't see what's going on, bro. That shit just look weak as shit. I'm not gonna lie to you. I understand why he doesn't like it.
I still hate this move. Shane wins, and after the bell, Daphne comes out to get a piece of Tori. Daphne and Crowbar are still friends, apparently, so Daphne wants to help Mr. Barr, and while this is going on, Daphne's boyfriend Ozzy watches on. The moment Shane goes after Daphne, Ozzy gets in the ring.
Yeah, I was about to say, no, you don't run into the ring.
Security, he gets easily taken.
This nigga get his ass whooped in front of his girl.
We
Damn.
haven't seen her in a while. She kicks the wind out of Tori before taking.
Why Tori?
And Medusa's gonna have
God,
a major
okay.
role in the upcoming Pittsburgh Plunge scaffold match at Fall Brawl.
Scaffold match. I'm kind of interested in this pay-per-view now. Damn.
Some security goons tell Goldberg that he can't enter.
When's the last time we had a scaffold match? I've realized, like, recently, especially when like around the like 2020 era, like especially the Triple H era and like the later periods of the PG era, bro, we've lost so, and I mean so many stipulation matches. Like, I remember I was going through it last time. Like, when the fuck was the last time we got a motherfucking last man standing match? Like, I know we're getting the last woman standing match. I don't know when that was or when it is. But, like, yeah, when's the last time we got a last man standing match? An I quit match? When's the last time we got, like, an ambulance match? When's the last time we got, like, a fucking Inferno match? I don't give a fuck. Like, bruh, niggas saw a motherfucking Punjabi prison match again. Like, that was low-key kind of enticing, because it's like, even though it's a Jinder Mahal match, who gives a fuck, just the fact that it's a Punjabi prison match is pretty enticing for me to watch a Jinder Mahal match. But then it's like, bruh, it's like they ain't even trying that shit no more. It's just like the only stipulations really be like ladder matches. And when's the last time we got a 1v1 ladder match too? Every ladder match seems to be multi-man. I like the TLC match that I had on SmackDown, but even still, even though I like that, it's like, bruh, please bring back one-on-one stipulations, like some nice stipulations to make it like more enticing, like, you know, make a blood feud. If it's like their third time wrestling each other, like for example fucking Gunther versus Jey Uso, why are they not using a stipulation? Why is it still a regular one-on-one? Like, bro, blood feud, bring levels to this, just like how they had fucking Hell in a Cell and Bad Blood for Drew and CM Punk after they had multiple matches. Like, that makes sense. So please put that same logic towards other wrestlers and other matches and other feuds, you know. With a one-on-one match is cool, but hey, I want to see some blood too. I'm trying to see a nigga bleed, you know. We want blood. We like them ECW fans.
Hart's locker room. So Goldberg beats the crap out of these guys before heading inside. Bret Hart isn't
Yeah,
there.
that nigga just.
So Goldberg beats the crap out of these guys before heading inside. Bret Hart isn't there. Nobody's in there. So the security guards took a beating after guarding an empty room.
What the fuck?
The
Make it make
headline is in the
sense.
ring. He gets a good ovation too. Hart cost Goldberg the WCW Championship at War Games, and Bret's going to explain why he did what he did.
I've been waiting a long time to come out here and say a few things. So I'm going to get a lot of things off my chest.
Let's get it.
Say whatever you want.
All right.
But I know and you know the truth, that standing right here before you is the greatest professional wrestler in the history of the world of wrestling.
The best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. Excellence of execution. That's all y'all niggas need to know.
And ever since I came to the WCW, from the very, very first second that I got here,
You can still tell that he's used to talking about like WWE, because it's like when you say the WCW, that sounds weird, but when you say the WWF, that sounds normal as shit. So it's like you can even tell this thing is so used to cutting like WWE promos or WWF promos that it's like still ingrained in his like muscle memory when he speaks.
I got screwed over and screwed over and screwed over. Go ahead, look at me. I've beaten every single wrestler in the WWF, from The Undertaker to Austin to The Rock to Shawn Michaels
Type
to
shit.
Vince McMahon.
Don't forget Stone Cold.
WCW, and I beat every single wrestler here from Sting to good old Bill Goldberg.
He really is the best wrestler, man. I love watching his matches as well.
That ever gave me a chance
Love watching
was
his
Vince
matches.
Russo. From the day he got here,
Giving Vince Russo his flowers is fucking nutty, bruh. Because he's the person that really put you in that situation.
play the footage of Bill Goldberg.
We saw it
This
earlier.
is Bill Goldberg, the mother of all potatoes, right here. It cost me millions of dollars of a supposed
Damn.
contract. I got 10% permanent
Damn.
disability or injury in my brain.
You can tell this nigga speaking from the heart. Like, even though this is a promo, bruh, this is some shit he really want to get it off the chest. For real. Like, you can tell the emotion in this shit, bruh. This nigga's really grieving out to the audience, and they don't even know it. And they won't realize until decades later that, you know, this was some serious shit to him. Serious shit, bruh. I feel bad for Bret. He should have been wrestling that matches just like Shawn in the like Ruthless Aggression era. I should have seen shit like Bret Hart versus Chris Jericho, Bret Hart versus Kurt Angle versus Bret Hart. Oh man, Shawn Michaels versus Bret Hart. So many matches, bruh. I feel bad for my nigga Bret. I feel bad.
Possibly for the rest of
But not just because of wrestling, mostly because, like, you know, the permanent injuries that he took and the disabilities and everything. You know, I feel bad for that as well. Mostly about that.
my life. Diana Myers is waiting in Atlanta to put a slug in the back of my head.
Damn.
And everything I ever said about being a circus animal is true.
Of our legal
Bill
department.
Goldberg, you talk about being some kind of activist for cruelty to animals, but the fact is, you were beyond cruel to me. You tried to end my career, and you tried to end my life, and nobody did a goddamn thing about it.
That's a real fucking promo right there, man. I feel something from that. I feel something from that.
He did not. He tried.
Uh-oh, this is a bitter individual in Bret Hart, but here comes
I guess he's
Goldberg.
come to finish the job. You want to finish the job, Bill?
It was an accident. It was
Go
in the heat
ahead.
of the battle.
Set the record straight, Bill.
Right now, that 90% of that brain of yours that's working, I bet you're wondering why I'm not the real Goldberg to separate your head from your body in front of all these people, huh? I gotta restrain myself. But the fact is, Bret,
New Hungry Jack's fried chicken, spicy chicken.
You really have to hit niggas with an ad right now, bruh. I was getting invested.
every time I step into this damn ring,
Mm-hmm.
I was prepared to go to war.
Mm-hmm.
I was prepared to fight to the death,
Mm-hmm.
to do my job.
Mm-hmm.
I was prepared to hold my head up high every time I walked in and out of this ring. But
This is actually a pretty good Goldberg promo. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys, bruh. I don't know if it's scripted, it was off the dome, but like, that's a pretty good promo coming from him so far. I didn't expect this. I apologize, Goldberg. I apologize.
ever since that night, Bret, I can honestly tell you and I can tell these people, I do have some remorse. I do feel for you, Bret. Sometimes I even wish that it was me that happened to.
Wish that it was you.
I can't believe that.
Wish that it was you. I wake up every day and I wish it was you too. I didn't even get a phone call. I didn't even get any care. You didn't care about me. All you cared about was yourself. All you cared about was whether your toys are on the shelf, whether your t-shirts are on the market out there, whether everyone's wearing
That's what
Goldberg
you think,
shirts.
isn't it,
There's
Brett?
a Goldberg stuffed thing right there. All you care about is yourself. There's no toys of me. There's no t-shirts of me. There's nothing for me.
I can't even speak.
You ended it because you felt like
I can't even speak.
No, I ended it, Bret, because I came out and I did my damn job. But still, every night, I wonder, and I wonder if that would have happened to me, where I'd be today. Now, the truth is, Brett, when I was growing up and I was watching professional wrestling, there were a couple people I looked up to. And I'm here to tell you that you were one of them. You were one of them.
Wow.
Past tense.
Not anymore, Brett. I've heard your whining. I've heard all the crap on the TV shows.
Damn.
I've heard the shoot interviews, and I've heard just about a damn enough. So let me tell you one thing. No, you ain't worth it. Let me get out of here before I do something that I'm gonna regret again.
Yeah, you go ahead, kid. Go back to the dressing room. You know why? Because you never had it in the first place, and you never will. Don't you even think about touching me, you big chimpanzee. You touch me, you lay one finger on me, I'll sue you for everything you got. Sue this! Oh, wait a minute. Sue this!
Got him cornered.
Wait a minute.
Hey, that was actually a good fucking promo. I'm not gonna lie. I was invested. I was actually invested. This is how you use real life circumstances to your ability in wrestling, you know? Like, bro, I fucking emotional in both of them, you know? I understand Brett coming from the standpoint, my nigga, my money's gone. 10% of my brain is gone. I'm permanently hurt. Like, this isn't even about wrestling no more. This is about my mental health. And Goldberg come on this bitch like, hey, I understand where you're coming from. I have remorse. I'm sorry for what happened. But you keep bitching and I keep getting like angry. Like, please leave it alone. You know, it's the past. Obviously I'm more leaning towards Brett because this was a fuck situation. But like, I see both sides, both angles. That is what a wrestling promo is supposed to do, bruh. That's the type of feud, my nigga. Like, that's the type of shit that we need to see more of. Like, Bret Hart actually, I mean, Bill Goldberg actually had a good promo. A good fucking promo. One that I didn't have to question what he was saying. I didn't make fun. I wasn't like, well, I was like, you ever see that Weebay meme? He's like, actually, I felt watching that shit, bruh. Like, man, why don't we have more of this? Hey, if y'all niggas see any type of shit and you wrestling a diss, bruh, show me and I will pay attention week to week. I need shit like this. This is the form of entertainment you can't get from anywhere else but wrestling. You know, this is a form of entertainment you can't really get anywhere else. This is real life soap opera. A real life soap opera. Like a week to week type shit. This is why niggas are mad that Triple H isn't booking shit properly. Because we're missing shit like this. This is on a fucking Thunder, my nigga. A Thunder. You know, not even on Nitro. Not even on pay-per-view. On Thunder. And they're still dropping gems like this. And niggas is getting bullshit on Raws and SmackDowns. Please, Triple H. You know? You were part of a very, very, very high era. High regarded era. Prime wrestling. Prime wrestling for the decade of the prime. Ruthless Aggression. New Generation. Attitude Era. PG Era. Whatever era. You were part of a lot of eras. And you telling me you can't even take a semblance of what was nice from each of them? Come on, man. You have like legit the blueprint right there. Right there. You were in the heat of the moment when everything was going on. When shit needed to be changed on the fly. When Vince is coming you asking you questions. When you had to hear wrestlers come up with shit on the fly. You know, to come with like the nice shit that we got. And you telling me you can't do that same shit too, my nigga. My nigga, damn. I'm just disappointed, bruh. I'm just disappointed. Because even the lowest of the low fucking WCW, not even Nitro Thunder had a gem like this. And you telling me I can't find nothing good to watch on Raw or SmackDown?
Scotty Steiner takes Goldberg out. He puts him in the Steiner recliner while Brett says Goldberg fell right into his trap. The hitman screams at Goldberg and he wants Goldberg to show him how much he cares, but Billy Boy's out cold. Scotty says he's going to finish Goldberg at Fall Brawl, so there you have it. Knowing what we know now about Brett's true feelings towards Goldberg, you better believe that he truly meant it.
Most of the shit was from the heart.
Goldberg, he was able to hold his own.
That's what I'm saying. Goldberg actually dropped a good promo.
Good stuff here on Thunder, but unfortunately, this is Bret Hart's final appearance in WCW.
At least it's a good appearance, low-key.
His final appearance in Reliving the War. Just over a month after this promo, WCW sent him a FedEx letter where the company explained they were terminating his contract due to his inability to perform in...
Bro, one is fucking Bret Hart. You don't have to have him wrestle to be good on TV. Have him as a personality. Have him as a fucking ring announcer. Have him as a commentator. You know, color by color commentator, like they did for like Macho Man and shit. Have him as a fucking have him as anything, man. Bret Hart is a personality within wrestling, and you telling me you're getting rid of him by FedEx the same way you did to Stone Cold? These niggas is cold-hearted, and it explains a lot of why they lost the war too. A fucking Harris brothers, man.
Are going to defend their tag team titles against Ronald and Donald Harris, and check out Conan's pants. You could
The fucking Michael Likers.
K-Dog and Disco.
Oh, niggas in Fubu. Fubu, that was an error.
Brothers have some trouble overcoming the speed and agility of their
Oh, that's actually nice wrestling moves.
Diarrhea taking the bumps, but don't quote me on that. The champs are flying all over the place, but Ray ends up taking a powerbomb. So in comes Ronald, and I'm just noticing this guy in the crowd sitting with a paper bag over his head. He must be really, really embarrassed to attend a WCW show.
Which is like, can we blame him though?
He takes a sky high.
That was a nice sky high.
When dodging a big boot. In comes Juventud with a springboard wheel kick, though he shakes his juice.
Shake.
He pays for this by getting crotched on the top rope. Hoovy then takes a spinning side.
Hey!
Says the animals are getting killed right now, but Stevie's way too busy talking about the juice.
Gut-wrench suplex. Damn. Just realized because these niggas are so small, it's making them niggas look so strong. Like I guarantee, if it's against normal niggas, they wouldn't be able to do this. But because it's cruiserweights, they're able to make them fly and shit. It's like you're putting them over. They are kind of putting them over. Even though if they were to lose, they're still putting them over. So it's like, hey, like. It is slowly becoming a lost art in wrestling to be able to put someone over while like they still lose. Like if you know what I mean. Like for example, like Bret Hart versus the 1-2-3 Kid. Even though Bret Hart still won that match and the 1-2-3 Kid lost, it still put him over, showing that he could have a feasible one-on-one or at least be on some sort of not even playing field, but like some sort of playing field to be able to, you know, attack for that main title. So it's like it's becoming a lost art, really, if you really think about it.
You can have it. Hoovy has to tag out. He does perform a jumping clothesline, but he can't get to his corner in time. He gets another chance after a springboard bulldog.
Hey.
In comes Ray as Conan calls the Harris brothers boring. He's not wrong, ladies and gentlemen.
He's not wrong at all.
Then see a first in Reliving the War, a double Bronco Buster. Taggers goes.
Hey! Why does that move look so fun? Another one?
Over again. And Guerrero wanted to make it
another one,
but he got a boot right in his And even though these guys want to get their hands on the Harris brothers, Disco Inferno tries to stop them from getting in the ring. It makes no sense. Disco gets wiped out. Adams and Clark then take out a Bozo brother. Adams throws Hoovy on
who brother?
Backer Michael Liker, and this allows Mysterio to pick up a pinfall win. It's no secret I don't like the Harris brothers, but I've got to be fair too. This match wasn't bad.
I wouldn't blame you for not liking the Harris brothers. But nah, yeah, I'm saying, like, because of us smaller guys that can't make them look big, you know, throw them around, do a lot of cool shit they wouldn't usually be able to, you know, catch a couple power slams, catch a couple power bombs, you know, type shit.
Greeted by family and friends after the War Games 2000 match on Nitro. Booker came out empty-handed, but he's got another opportunity to win the world title at Fall Brawl. Booker tells Kevin Nash, don't hate the player,
hate the game.
And this has become Booker's new catchphrase, which he uses no matter the context of his promo. He could be talking about taking a pre-match shower and he'd still say, don't hate the player, hate the game. Our scheduled main event is
I am the gamer. My name is Triple H. My name is Triple Frauda. And I am the booker of WWE. I don't know. I just wanted to do that shit. I didn't know.
On Vampiro, and it feels like this rivalry never got wrapped up, or maybe WCW.
The Jugglers are still in WCW,
and they'll keep fighting each other forever. But seeing as this is a Thunder main event, I don't see this being their final chapter.
Nah.
I still find it kind of crazy that Sting didn't really get revenge for Vampiro setting him on fire.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
A few months ago. That kind of stuff really highlights how bad WCW was at planning ahead, and this lack of planning is one of my main gripes with the company throughout the entire
and one of my main gripes for modern WWE as well.
Monday Night War. The ICP take over the commentary table for this one. They say this is a JCW sanctioned bout, but Vampiro's championship is not up for grabs, which totally gives the finish away. Sting's going away. And we've got the Stinger in control at the opening bell, but when the two head outside, it's Vampiro in the driver's seat. After taking a few bumps around the ringside area, the guys go into the crowd and all the way up to the stands where Vampy Ball stays in control. Sting fights back as the two make their way back over the guardrail, and the ICP provides some serious comedy when they call Sting Onion Ring, Ringo Starr, and the Olive Ring. I don't know what an olive ring is.
That doesn't even make no sense.
Get in a few cheap shots and they can
That's not a bad punch.
Because this is a Juggalo Championship wrestling match. We then
Which makes zero sense at all. At least, are we before or after the New York Rules match? That was fucking stupid, bro. That was one of Vince Russo's worst ever ideas. You can count your own fucking New York's. I'm gonna do a video soon on Vince Russo's worst fucking match stipulations, cause bruh, this nigga needs to be held in a fucking cell, a psych ward or something, and be mentally assessed for how he comes up with so many of these batshit crazy ideas, my nigga. Count your own fucking pin. What type of fucking shit is that?
More than happy to oblige. The sheer force of Sting's atomic drop makes Vampiro fall over the commentary table, and Sting follows up with a pretty weak chair shot which makes Schiavone lose his colouring book, according to the ICP. Back in the ring, we see another atomic drop from Sting. He goes for a knuckle lock, which allows Vampiro to hit a low blow, followed by a back suplex. Vamp goes
in front of the ref? Let's say it's WCW, I
Sting
forgot.
tries to build some momentum, but he gets stopped with Vampiro's rolling leg lock. It's crazy to think that Goldberg pulls off this move better than Vampiro, but he totally does.
It is crazy to think about it a little bit.
For it with a spin kick right to Sting's chin, but the Icon answers with a Stinger splash. Shaggy 2 Dope was supposed to hit Sting with the JCW Championship belt, but he didn't get up quick enough. So he instead throws it at Sting, and unfortunately, the Icon has to sell this like it really hurt. It doesn't matter anyway. The nail in the coffin gets countered, and
is he actually gonna win?
Sting wins via
yeah.
After the bell, Shaggy 2 Dope attacks Sting. Vampiro joins in as Violent J announces that Vampiro's actually the winner because I don't know.
Shenanigans, I guess. I don't know, bro.
We then see the Great Muda.
The Great Muda
with his Dark Carnival buddies on our last episode of Nitro. Muda wants to miss the Stinger. Sting ducks it, and Violent J gets spread.
That was obviously on purpose. That looked on purpose. That looked like it was on purpose.
Billy Boy enters the ring as Sting and
wait, there's more to go?
Billy Boy wipes out the IC.
I thought it was over. Okay. Now my fucking internet wants to act up, eh?
Billy Boy enters the ring as Sting and Muda head up the back. Billy Boy wipes out the IC.
Alright, sorry, yeah, having technical difficulties.
The Great Muda, who had some issues with his Dark Carnival buddy and Violent. Billy Boy wipes out the ICP before planting Vampiro on the mat. Stevie Ray says the Jiggalos are down, and the hip and cool Tony Schiavone quickly corrects him by saying the Juggalos are down. After the ring gets cleared, Goldberg calls out Bret Hart. He doesn't care about Steiner. He'll get Scott at Fall Brawl.
Fair enough.
The Hitman right now in the ring. Lance Storm and Elix Skipper appear on the big screen. Lance says Goldberg ended Bret's career, but there's still a few Canadians who'd be happy to kick Billy's ass. So we have an impromptu main event, Goldberg versus Team Canada. Lance and Elix,
but there's only three more fucking videos left in the match. I mean, 3 more videos, nigga, 3 more minutes. My dumb head. Well, 2 now. What is gonna happen in this fucking main event? Yeah, I don't blame him. I wouldn't want to fucking verse Goldberg like that too. Oh wait, whoa! He got J's on his feet. Like 12s, 13s. Nice J's, man. Shout out Elix Skipper.
So Lance shoves his partner into Goldberg, and Skipper tries to use his agility to confuse Billy Boy. This results in Elix spear, and Lance has seen enough. Storm decides to head back up the ramp, but he gets stopped by General Rection. Realizing the Rection.
What type of fucking name is that still, bro? General Rection. Like, I don't know whose idea it was, if it was his or Vince Russo's. If it's Vince Russo's, I'm not surprised. If he's an own idea, my nigga, grow up, please. Please grab the fuck up.
Tries to fight his way through, but the general gets the better of him and Lance gets put back in the ring. Goldberg performs a ridiculous pump handle fallaway slam, and we see
whoa. That is a nice jackhammer. I had him up in the air like that.
Scott Steiner or Bret Hart, and Thunder fades out with Goldberg celebrating in the ring. I say this every time I cover a Thunder or SmackDown broadcast, but I really enjoyed the different pace of these shows.
Which is
I think
fair.
it's because I've sat through so many Raws and Nitros that it just makes the other shows seem fresh and different.
This
No
makes
doubt,
sense.
If I was covering Thunder every week and not Nitro, I'd probably be saying the same thing, and I'd find Nitro a breath of fresh air, but it goes to show that there's plenty on offer if you check out what's happening on Wednesday nights and Thursday nights too, along with the usual Monday night shows. I like that guys who don't get much ring time get a bit more exposure on Thunder. I like that the commentators, in particular Mike Tenay, takes a lot of time to put over guys who don't get featured all that much on Nitro. And I really prefer the more streamlined...
Well, I can't really comment.
which is
I can't comment on this too much because I haven't watched a single Nitro in my life. You know, maybe if you guys want me to recommend me to watch some Nitro, shit, I'll make a YouTube video on that bit too, bro. I'm still supposed to watch the first ECW episode.
Usual Raw versus Nitro video. Please take care.
Alright, man. Well, that was our first Reliving the War episode in a fucking long time. You know, I've been on stream for motherfucking 3 hours and 30 minutes. And I don't know if I have another one in me. Now, if I was to check it out. Oh, yeah, let me subscribe. I mainly watch this on my main account. So this is my second one. I would have to subscribe because I'm watching these videos and shit. But, as you see, we are over here right now. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 episodes left. Oh, Stone Cold's making a return too, which is fucking amazing. So I shall do a stream like maybe tomorrow, maybe Sunday, maybe Monday, some shit. Just trying to get back on all my Reliving the War shit, you know, just catch up so I can go back to doing my week to weeks every Fridays. So like, you know, I'll fuck with y'all niggas, y'all fuck with me, I guess, if y'all watching the video or watching the stream. For the people who want to check it out, ViewTAskew on Twitch. For the people that are on the archive, you already know the channel name. And for the people who want to check out the main, ViewTAskew. Plug. Now I'm finna hop on stream and I'll hop on this shit. See y'all niggas next time. Laters.